Fala galera do Fight, Diego Ribas diretamente de Las Vegas, numa conexão com Baku, no Azerbaijão. How are you, Khalil? Thank you for your time.
I'm doing well, man. How are you?
I'm doing good. Tell me about Azerbaijan. Have you been there before? When did you get there? Time zone, food, weather, how's everything?
Everything here is amazing. Baku is beautiful. The people here are fantastic. Yeah, the food, the weather, the architecture, uh, such an amazing place. It's my first time, but I really pray that it's not my last. I didn't expect for this place to be so beautiful.
When did you get there?
I got here last Saturday, so I've been here a little over a week now.
Okay, and how important is that, getting there before, having more days to your body to adapt?
I felt that it was pretty important. Not only important, I just wanted to spend as much time as I could here. I didn't ever plan to come here alone, or like by myself. So I wanted to make the most out of, out of fighting here. So I made sure that I came early to just see what the place was like. And I heard that everybody was happy to have UFC here, so I wanted to come see it for myself.
It's kind of a historic event. It's the first time UFC is going to Azerbaijan. But the reason that I was asking that is your opponent, he did land, I believe, like 2 days ago. Do you think there is some kind of advantage that you're gonna have because of you got there like a week before?
Nah, I don't really think about it. I think everybody's different. Some people sometimes have jet lag, some people don't. Like I don't spend too much time, trying to think of that. The only thing that matters is how I feel on Saturday night.
Do you have jet lag?
I did the first week. Now everything's normal. I'm back to normal. I feel good. Get doing all of my, nighttime training, getting good sleep. My weight is good, so everything's perfect.
So what time is gonna be the fight? Your fight, a local time?
Local time, I believe 1:30 a.m.
Okay, oh, not bad, not bad. I thought it would be
Not too
different
bad.
too.
Not too
Okay,
bad.
perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, before talking about Jamal Hill, tell me about the time frame, because you fought in October and now you're fighting in June. Were you expecting this kind of layoff? Is the time frame good for you?
Um, I think that I wasn't expecting to be off for so long. I thought that, the Kansas City date was perfect. Like that timeline was perfect. But because it didn't work out and we wanted to, keep same opponent and stuff, it got pushed back. But everything is okay. I don't, I'm not too bothered by it. I should still be able to fight, one more time this year after this one, and so that's, I think I think that's okay.
Okay, okay. Yeah, you guys were scheduled to fight before. Something happened right before the fight. How was that? How was the mental process for you to, okay, your body was getting ready. Now let's cool off a little bit and then fix all the situation, then go back. And how is this process at the moment?
In the moment, it was a bit upsetting, to put in so much time and effort and preparation, and then, the fight got postponed, so it's a bit frustrating. But the frustration only lasted like, 1 or 2 or 3 days, and then I just realized that I have more time, and uh, I don't have to, I can release some of the energy and just go back to more like learning and, working on specific things. So it all ended up working out. So for the first couple of days it was frustrating, but once I got back into, you know, the flow, everything went perfectly.
Perfect, perfect. Let's talk about Jamal Hill. So, how do you see him as opponent? How do you match up this fight, skill by skill?
I mean, he's a former champion, right? So we can't look past that. I think that the both of us are uh, strikers, like heavy strikers. We've seen a little bit more of, you know, grappling or, you know, him a little bit more on the ground and stuff in the past. But I think skill for skill, it's a great matchup. I think it's a fantastic matchup. I'm absolutely prepared for it. Um, been thinking about this one for a long time, so let's it's time to do it on Saturday night.
Okay, and as an athlete or as a fighter, what's the biggest difference between you and Khalil? Can you have a thought about that? What's the biggest difference that maybe not just the style, the fighting style, but as a professional athlete, you and Khalil, when you both bring to the cage, what's the biggest difference?
Oh, you mean me and Jamal?
Jamal, yes, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, the biggest difference, I think I'd like to consider myself having the athletic advantage. Um, yeah, I'd like to. I'd say that would be the biggest one. Is I feel like I have the athletic advantage, um, and so we'll see how that plays out.
Okay, okay. Let me ask you something. I believe you have watched your last fight against Alex Poatan, of course. How many times did you watch? Or is there something you were very close to become champion, right? When you watch that flash down, how close you were to get the title?
Uh, yeah, when I watched the fight back, um, yeah, I was pretty close. But there's some, you know, there's some things that I could have done differently. I could have been, I definitely could have been a little bit more patient in that fourth round. Um, but I was there to put on an exciting fight. I was there to fight with my whole heart. You know, I
And you
wouldn't
did.
change. Yeah, yeah, I wouldn't change it. I think it helped. It helped me. I think, you know, I think it helped me because if I would have gone in there and let's say, you know, first round or second round knockout or something like that, I don't think that I would have gained the amount of respect that I gained um, off of, you know, how it actually happened. So I think that it just it after watching it, I saw the things that I wanted to improve on and what I would have done differently moving forward, and I just made sure that, you know, that I did my best so things like that don't happen again.
So there are always lessons to bring from your last fight, right?
Oh yeah, always. Yeah, many lessons.
But when you said something, the level of respect that you gain from that fight, it's something interesting that even though you didn't win the fight, that's
Yeah.
true. Like everybody loves you. Like I'm talking about Brazil, right? You
Mhm.
fought Alex, our biggest MMA idol right now, him and Charles Oliveira, and you lost. And the amount of fans you have now in Brazil because of that fight, I don't remember I've ever seen something like that. Because most likely Brazilian fans, when somebody fight our biggest idols, they kind of vai morrer, like they
Yeah, yeah,
don't
yeah, of course.
support the other guy. But the way you approach that fight, like you earned all the respect that you have now. Like of course you had before, but now it's like in another level.
Yeah, no, it makes me so happy, especially, you know, the love that I have for Brazil, for the country, for all of my Brazilian friends, you know, everybody who taught me so many things. You know, I learned a lot about fighting and MMA from Brazilians, you know, Vanderlei, Michael Costa, Anderson Silva, you know, Andre Galvão. I mean, all these people that I've had experiences with, um, you know. So, and then I was in Brazil for a pretty long time, just like staying there and living there. So I thought I just it makes me happy to, you know, to feel like okay, like Brazilian people are happy with, you know, with me in that fight because I've always had nothing but love for Brazil.
That's awesome. That's awesome. The last thing I want to ask you is, I mean, everybody knows there's a conflict between Iran and Israel right now. and Iran is pretty close to Azerbaijan. There's a border. Baku is kind of 300 miles away or something like that. It's not very
Yeah.
far from Iran. You were there already when all this thing happened, did start.
Yeah.
How was your feeling? Were you ever concerned that the event would be canceled? Are you concerned that the event's going to be canceled? How is the situation over there?
Well, first, it's it's always unfortunate when things this extreme happen to anybody, regardless of what people believe or what political sides they take. Whatever, I think that anytime that there are things like this and tragedy, I feel like it's tragedies. It's just a part of life, but it's not the nicest parts of life, Um, but we here in Baku, like the only thing that we heard was just like on the news. I don't think that no one here in the streets or anything. There's no effect here. You can still walk outside, and it seems as if there's nothing going on. So we have to get all of the information from the news. But being here, there was never any feeling of the event being canceled or threatened, to be canceled. Yeah, so I haven't heard any talks of that, from internally or from anyone around. And things here seem to be, quite peaceful, and yeah, we don't hear anything. It's all it seems to be like it's pretty far from where we are. Although it seems close, it's still pretty far.
And it's good to know that everybody there is safe
Yeah.
and if it's gonna happen, of course. Khalil, last but not least, I'm gonna leave you by yourself. Please send a message for your Brazilian fans and answer the question why they should watch your fight Saturday night.
Okay, Brazil. Definitely make sure that you tune in on. Is it going to be Saturday for you guys? Sorry.
Saturday, yeah, actually Saturday afternoon, like 1 p.m. in Brazil.
Okay. Brazil, make sure you tune in on Saturday afternoon for my fight against Jamal Hill. It's going to be exciting here in Baku. Thank you for all your support. I love you guys. I see the messages every time you guys send me messages and stuff online. I see it. It makes me happy. I always think Tamo Junto is amazing. You guys, we're together. And I can't wait to visit Brazil.